winding this one up. Does he have the...
Really powering up here. Frank, I know you like boxing. There.
Smoked it.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. And the ball settles on the green 26 feet away. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
So a tester from 4 feet. That's a solid par putt. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold. Even par currently.
He's made it. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that birdie will help the cause. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called Wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dogleg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's the final round of the Mountain Shootout. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance.
Second shot.
And he's made it onto the green now. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And rolls it in. Nice putt. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Frank, this is a position where the player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point. Ball just took off the face.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? That had to really hurt Frank because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
He has this for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in one.
It was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. And getting ready for the putt.
And another good par.
Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a 22-foot putt. Frank, how about that eagle at this point in the tournament? Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. And it is in.
Amazing.
And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. The season's final major championship is about to get underway here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Frank, as we look at the field for this PGA Championship, this golf course favors what kind of player?
Good drivers of the golf ball, Rich. The first time they had the event actually at Quail Hollow, when it was a regular tour event, David Toms won, who was one of the straightest drivers of the ball. Rory McIlroy's won twice around here, obviously one of the premier drivers of the golf ball. J.B. Holmes, we know he's long, but also amazingly straight for that length. Ricky Fowler on a good day is a great driver of the golf ball. That's really what Quail Hollow not only requires, but demands.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Teeing it up here at the second hole, Frank, it's a short par 3.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a club reach. There's a sort of shallow bunker in that back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle and just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
Settles in over the putt. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. 2, that the fairway starts to run out. And 3, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here.
Frank, in golf, we so often talk about how to hit the club, but we don't often talk enough about what club to hit.
Yeah, you can use a club in a lot of different ways too. You can max it out. You can take an extra club and maybe hit a little bit easier. You can even try and hit a different type of shot. Also, depending on the lie, if the ball is below your feet, then the shot's going to go to the right. Therefore, is it better that I take one extra club, one less? Where's the most trouble?
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This for par. -1 in the early going. And now let's go down to the action at the fourth. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some long tee shots. It's the advantage to tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
On the way. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be reachable for most players, don't you think?
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the draw, it will be. But the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right. And it sort of turns at that awkward area at where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, the PGA Championship historically has given us some of the game's greatest names.
Yeah, I think the diversity of the championship now, the fact that it allows 20 club professionals to go in, the people that teach the game, and yet at the same token, it allows the best players to showcase. The Nicklases of the world, the Gary Players of the world, all the guys that are in the Hall of Fame that have played this great game, that have tried to win the PGA Championship. This is an event that started in match play, and it's now fully entrenched as one of the great stroke play events in the world.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, I thought he made that. I don't know, maybe lifted right there, just sort of peaked. Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Wow, Frank, this is all you want in a par 3. 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in a PGA Championship. Fortunately, the hole plays a little bit downhill, but 250, whichever way you cut it, is a big par 3.
Good looking shot right here. On the dance floor here at the 6th, but still a pretty hard putt coming up, about 30 feet away. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
So a tester from 4 feet. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5 7th.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. When he goes after it like he is here.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Long, just met longer.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just play good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
Frank, how about that?
Oh, can you believe that too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away, instead straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Frank, I love a drivable par 4. In the modern power game, it really adds an element of excitement. And here we go at the 350-yard par 4/8.
Well, you're definitely going to love this one then, Rich, because it ticks all the boxes here. There's no water in play, just a few bunkers down the left and the one that protects the right side of the green. And you've got a really narrow green, so plenty of reward with minimal risk.
Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. And it makes the green in regulation. Has it. Now to 7 under for the tournament. Here we are at the 9th hole at Quail Hollow, 495-yard par 4. Frank, it is the longest par 4 on the golf course. Is it, in your estimation, the toughest?
I think the green stops it from being the toughest, Rich, because it does kick in from either side. But when you see holes like this, there's no surprise why the Rory McIlroys and the Ricky Fellas have won around here. This is just a great driving par 4.
Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. But this will require a good strike of the golf ball. It's a pretty long shot into this par 4 9th. should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This is for his birdie. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, this really is a remarkable turn of events, considering that earlier we had pretty much written him off.
Well, we had, and for good reason, too. He was not playing well. It looked like the round was going to continue to go in that direction. But somehow, and believe me, I don't know how, he's just completely turned this round around.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off.
There's 2 really. That left bunker off the tee. It's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked. Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favor a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus its yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, it's kind of cool if your golf course has a menacing name for the finishing stretch. There's the Bear Trap at PGA National, the Gauntlet at TPC Sawgrass, and here at Quail Hollow, the Green Mile. Does it earn the nickname?
Rich, I don't know about the name, but I think if you want to look at 3 holes in a row that are really going to get your attention, perhaps wreck your card, then 16, 17, and 18 at Quail Hollow are the ones. 16 a par 4 over 500 yards, 17 is just fraught with disaster, and then 18 requires you hit your best tee shot. I think even if those holes were in 3 different parts of the golf course, they'd get your attention.
Just a little tap in here.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
Now the par 3, 13th hole. Frank, this one 210 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. There's a front right portion, there's a roll-off area in the middle, and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle.
This could be a good one. He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Has his par. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
15 feet away.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. You like the sound of this. 11 under par for the round.
Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, that final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing run on the second 9. And holes like this, too. He just stood up here with a driver and just obliterated it down there with a nice draw. Took those bunkers out of play and just set up a mid-iron.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that? Whoa, talk about taking the head cover off and let it fly. That's...
Goodness, did he get all of that one? Wow.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Wouldn't say he's ecstatic, but not unhappy either.
Like 24 feet. There'll be a lot of players much further away than that on this hole.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament.
At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
This is an approach shot that will really test a player. Second to the 16th. sit down, get down.
Oh, this is going.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under.
Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has that plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
That is a solid par putt. Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides the... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Just pulverized that golf ball.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Frank, we talk so often about striking a golf ball. This player is a superior ball striker, but there's another element involved, isn't there?
It's called distance control. It's not the number on the bottom of the club you're hitting. It's knowing how far it goes to avoid mistakes just like that.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.